Okay, today guys I'm going to talk about two brand new American tanks coming into this game. One is a Dector vehicle, but the more controversial tank, the more intriguing tank of course is the upcoming tier 8 premium tank, most likely a premium tank AMBT, which is like a Progetto with the Progetto 65 hull and Progetto 46 firepower gun system. More about that in a second. On the top of that, I have some gold to give away because of daily deals. You know, some of you guys are going to win some gold, what you can use on those daily deals. And for all your viewing pleasure, I left timestamps in the video so you can jump into the topic what interests you the most. But if you want to see all, let's dive into the action. First tank I'm going to cover in this video is the M3Y, which is the tier 8 first Yo tank, which introduces the new reserve track feature. The vehicle has an additional track attached to it basically, and it allows you to keep going if your main track, for example, only gets destroyed, or both main tracks even, but none of the reserve tracks have been touched. It has two main gun options basically: 90mm gun with 240 alpha damage, 223mm of penetration or 290 with premium rounds, 6.4 second reload time, 2.1 second aiming time is nice, you know, reload time is nice, but accuracy 0.37, you know, it's quite decent I would say, minus 10 degrees of gun depression as well, and 72 shells, APCR, heat and HE. Or the higher alpha damage gun with 320 alpha damage, 105mm caliber, 208 penetration, 245 with premium rounds. You know, the penetration is on the lower side, premium penetration is on the lower side as well, 8.9 second reload time, 2.3 second aiming time, and accuracy 0.39, minus 10 degrees of gun depression as well. So two gun options to choose from: AP round, APCR round and HE on the bigger one. Mobility wise, 40 km per hour top speed, reverse speed 15, horsepower 750 horsepower engine, then 15 power to weight ratio, hull rotation speed 28, turret rotation speed 25. Those are definitely on the lower side. Power to weight ratio I guess is okay, but top speed nothing special. So mobility average at the very best. Survivability, total hit points 1450, once again on the lower side. Anything below 1500 is on the lower side, but hull armor 178 and epic slope actually very annoying, and turret armor 279, once again very annoying. So the turret frontal survivability seems to be the bread and butter of this tank definitely. Of course, we need to see a bit cleaner armor model to see how many weak spots it has. Maybe the driver hatch might be a weak spot. We'll see. 390 meter view range as well is not bad. Commander, driver, gunner and loader are 4 crew members. So this is TM3Y, first Tech 3 vehicle featuring the reserve track feature. But now, before I jump into the more intriguing tank, the AMBT, I would like to give away some gold. How does 20,000 gold sound? And this time I'm going to do that in a bit different way. You have 24 hours to enter. How? What you have to do? More about that in a second, right after we have heard a quick word from our sponsor, who is literally paying for all of that. So let's go. Guys, I am playing darts and beating up clan boss at the same time in a free-to-play RPG called Raid Shadow Legends. Now that is what I call time management. Featuring many bosses and over 600 champions, it has something for everyone. But today, let me talk about my 5 favorite champions. Lanark is the Chosen, my first ever legendary and absolutely fantastic support. Foley looks badass but nukes enemies even harder. Kyle, the best starting champion in the game and one of the best rares in the game at the same time. Seeker, I just love the speed up, he gives so much. And finally, Tyrell, the defense and attack down debuffs on enemies are game changers in many modes. And right now there are big things happening in Raid, special events and the brand new Guardian Ring, giving you more ways to use your champions, and even bigger things coming in December. You know, heads will roll, ladies and gentlemen. So don't wait and jump in by scanning my QR code on the screen or hitting the link in the description. And as a new player, you will get 200,000 silver, 1 experience boost, energy refill, an ancient shard, and epic Junoro champion on the top. Just accept them from the inbox in the next 30 days and you are good to go. And there you go. Once again, thank you for making it possible, because this is how I literally fund my giveaways over here. 20,000 gold this time. You have 24 hours to enter, guys. This one is a bit faster, as I said, because right now we have daily deals going on. I want to send out the gold before the daily deals are over to all the winners. So 24 hours to enter, 20,000 gold. How to enter is, number one, be a subscriber. I would like to support people who support me, and leave a comment under this video letting me know what you think about both those tanks I cover in today's video, about the M3Y and about the AMBT I'm going to talk about in a second, together with your username, together with your server. Every single server is able to win. Asia, RU, NA, EU, whatever server we have is able to win. I'm going to send out prizes right away. But now, moving on with the video. So next tank is this one, right over here. The AMBT, which, you know, how looks like Progetto 65. The gun is, you know, more tier 8-ish gun. And it seems to be quite an annoying vehicle, honestly. The AMBT is a typical medium tank that can play the role of the basic firing unit thanks to its good damage per shot and 3-shell magazine, says Wargaming. And the good penetration value of its special APCR shell, you know, this allows you to deal damage in tier 10 battles as well, basically. This is what you want to say. The solid turret and the regional angles of its armor plates allow this vehicle to play hull down. However, the hull and turret traverse speed are rather low, which may cause some difficulties in close range combat. So let's talk about, or let's take a look what exactly they are talking about. Firepower, 360 alpha damage. On a medium tank with auto reloading gun, honestly, is not bad. 420 with high explosive round. 215mm of penetration with standard round, or 278 with premium APCR. Auto reloading reload times. 18 seconds if your magazine is completely empty. 13 seconds if you have 1 shell in the magazine, and if 2 shells are in the magazine, 12 seconds. So the reload times indeed are not the fastest, but because you have so much more alpha damage than Progetto 46, the tier 8 Italian auto reloading tank, of course it has to be longer. Reload time between shots is 3 seconds. Shells in the magazine, 3. Aiming time, 2.7 seconds is, you know, on the slower side, on the higher side. Bad side, I would say. Dispersion at 100 meters, 0.38. Gun depression, -9 degrees. Fantastic. Gun elevation, 10 degrees. Very bad. This one, many times players do not think how limiting this low gun elevation can actually be as well. It is going to put you into quite an awkward situation. I have been in many quite an awkward situations because of bad gun elevation. 35 shells, ammunition capacity, APCR, and HE, as I said before. Now, talking about the mobility, they said this should be the balancing factor. 40 kilometers per hour top speed, definitely for a medium tank, is very, very bad. One of the slowest medium tanks in the game. 14 moving backwards is horrible. For a medium tank, it is super bad, to say the least, actually. Horsepower, for a medium tank, and for a medium tank it is super bad, you know, on the top of that. It has 800 horsepower engine though, with 22.2 power to weight ratio, which is decent, you know, quite nice, but hull rotation speed 32 and turret rotation speed 28. This is more like a heavy tank type of mobility, besides the power to weight ratio. So mobility, I can draw the lines, you know, I can see the comparison with heavy tanks. Survivability, however, total hit points 1300. Hull armor 70, 40 and 30, but keep in mind it has that massive slope in the front, but also, I would say the biggest balancing about this tank, frontal armor wise, is the massive lower plate at the same time, but the upper plate is definitely going to be kind of a noob trap a bit. but still, you know, you have that massive lower plate to shoot, so you better go for that. Turret is 250 in the front, 70 on the sides, and 50 in the rear. To see the actual armor profiles, we have to wait for that, because I do not have those files yet, but it already seems to be quite a troll tank, in my humble opinion. Frontal armor at least. Sides, quite weak, very weak actually. Many guns are able to overmatch the side scraping even, but you know, it has 380 meter view range in tier 8. It's like okay-ish. It definitely needs either ventilation or coated optics, and if you use ventilation, you need to use some other view range boosting things as well to get that above 445. So, AMBT guys, firepower, auto-reloading gun, to take away 360 alpha damage, 215 penetration, you know, for a premium tank, tier 8 premium tank, which it most likely is going to be. It's still quite decent damage output, yeah, because with premium tanks, every single hit, every single penetration equals credits. Jing money in your pocket. And because it is the first ever American auto-reloading tank with a very weird armor loadout, armor profile, I would say it screams loot box once again. But we have so many potential loot box tanks like Caliban, his one, and some other things as well. I don't know how big the loot box can be, but it has some. I do get some loot box vibes to it at least when I'm looking at that tank. But guys, let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below, and do not forget to add your username and your server to take part of the giveaway. Every single server is able to win, and I am going to send out the prizes, as I said, ASAP. Much love. I'm out of words, so bye.